And welcome back to Baldy and the Big Guy.
What's happening? How you guys doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing great, man.
Good.
Cheers.
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 Yeah. Boom.
I need bigger koozies.
You need bigger hands. It's actually a normal size cup. A glass. It's a
normal 12-ounce can.
It's a 12-ounce can.
Like, what the fuck?
It's actually a 12-ounce can and normal size koozie, but with your tiny hands, it just looks so big.
My tiny little hands.
Good thing for your penis, though.
Yeah.
It looks gigantic.
Makes
it's
it look huge. Yeah, it's all about perspective. Right?
Absolutely.
Oh, fuck.
How you been?
Good.
You have a good week?
Yep. Great week.
Good.
Great week. Busy week, as always.
Heck yeah.
Doing all sorts of shit. Just fucking. It was funny. I put in, I don't know about you at work, like your vacation and shit like that. We don't take enough vacations. Beth and I.
Yeah.
We just don't.
No.
We need to take more vacations. I took an additional like 12 days off this year. And I'm still rolling over. We don't get really to roll over shit. Like they pay it out or whatever.
Yeah.
When you work for a company for as long as we have.
I was going to say, when you still put something for 20 years,
yeah,
it's like
stockpiles.
You stockpile. Your rollover is like, well, you can't roll over a whole year, dude.
No, exactly. So
like,
it was to the point where
eventually, what do you have? Like you start off with a week off, and then you get like 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
We get like 40 days off a year.
40 days off. So that's
a month and
a week.
Well, that's technically it's
5 weeks.
5 weeks, yeah.
That's a long time.
So it's a long
That's a lot of time off.
So we didn't take that many vacations this week. So I put in for 12 days of PTO every other Friday for the rest of the year. So it was nice.
Every other Friday for the rest of the year?
Yep.
Nice.
It's like perfect.
Nice.
So we took Friday off. We had this past Friday off. It was nice.
A little three-day weekend every week or every other week. Nice.
So yeah, getting ready for the holidays already. It's weird.
Texas is weird right now because it was 125 degrees up until like 3 days ago.
Exactly, dude.
And all of a sudden it was like, wait,
it's
is this what fall is in Texas? Like, I mean, I've been here for 3 years now. Like, I've been here a really long time, but I've been here long enough to know. Like, I'm like, did fall just happen?
Right.
Like all of a sudden.
Yeah, and it did.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be hot again.
Kind of woke up and I was like, I kind of want some whiskey in my coffee today. I'm like, this is kind of one of those mornings.
It's almost a fall.
Had some mist in the air.
Yeah.
It was like 70 degrees out. I was like, this is really cool. Like,
right.
And I went to work and it was just a normal day after that. It was like
it got hot in the afternoon.
It got hot again after. Yeah. But it was really nice.
Then we've had a few days. We're just cracking into the 80s, 70s, and 80s.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've had. I mean, it's been hot as fuck since like what, April?
Dude, we went 130 days or some shit.
Something.
Oh no, the other day that's what it was. The other day when it hit like 78, something like we had like all that rain and shit.
Yeah.
It was the coolest day since in like 130 days. Yeah, some crazy.
It was legitimately like a comfortable day. Yeah, like almost like a hoodie weather.
Fucking South Texas.
Hoodie weather's not in South Texas. We don't get hoodie weather.
We still wear flip flops.
Yeah, you wear flip flops until like January. Then you're like,
and then I switch over to slippers.
Slippers or Crocs?
Yeah. What are they called? What are the boots called? The Snugs? No, not Snugs.
What the girls wear?
Uggs. I've got a pair of Uggs. Slippers.
You have Uggs?
Ugg slippers.
You have Ugg boots too.
I don't have Ugg boots.
For you, though, those would be like, those go up to your knees almost.
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, pretty much. It's all right, though. We're good.
Like furry knees or something. It's weird.
So if you guys, you'll see this probably a little while after we recorded it, or we've recorded it today.
Yeah.
But the solar blood eclipse moon sun thing happened today.
Oh, yeah. Twilight.
Yeah. It was literally twilight.
It was literally was such a cool looking.
It was weird. It was
I was at the window and you took a picture of that those leaves and stuff.
Like,
and it was just so cool. Like, it was just a cool. Like, I'm 39 years old. I've seen 1,000.
But it's always cool, man.
Cool
celestial bodies. Cool. But then you go back to like, okay, so what did the Incans and the Mayans, and they all lived by all that
They all
shit.
went by. They thought it was like the end of the world and shit.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God, the sun and the moon. Well, they didn't call it the sun and the moon. They call it whatever they called it. But like,
they're gods.
Yeah, there's gods are touching touching tips.
Ra is touching tips.
Yeah, they're touching tips.
Hermione.
Oh wait,
I went the
other way, but yes.
Is it Ron and Hermione? I think
Ron and Hermione were not gods in ancient Peru and Aztecs. Those were in Harry Potter.
Ra was in there.
You're just on Ron?
Ra. No, R-A.
I thought you said Ron and Hermione.
I said Ra and Hermione. I don't know why that girl's keep coming in my head
like
lately.
The third week in a row you got Hermione. Jesus.
And these are not recorded.
Go watch the movie
by any means.
Go watch the movies. Jesus.
I don't fucking know.
No, they're good movies though. I mean, they
hold up.
They hold up. They do.
You know.
And then like you get random, like you see a random meme and you're like, I need to go watch 8 movies in a row now. I got my fucking weekends gone watching fucking Harry Potter movies.
18 hours or some crazy shit because half of them are 3 hours long.
Oh, something. It's fucking stupid. I mean, it's not stupid. They're great movies actually. So
today made me start thinking about like end of days types of shit.
Yeah.
Because of all of that like Aztec talk and where they sacrifice like 100 people to
like in 2012 was it though they're supposed to be the end of the world because that's when their calendar ended.
Something. Yeah. Remember that? You guys remember that? Yeah, absolutely. It was fucking calendar ran
out of clay to type on.
Y2K.
Scribble on.
End of the internet world.
Yeah, I remember my uncle he was my uncle at the time, made a bunch of these like stickers that said Y2K or I survived Y2K. But he made some before Y2K that said something about like hoping to survive it or something. And then he made one afterwards that says like, I survived Y2K. And he sold like 12. He sold like 12 stickers.
I was like,
I think my grandma bought them all.
I
think my grandma bought them all, which is just being nice to her son.
It would be fun to get some of those retro stickers of all the shit that didn't happen.
Well, you think what's fucking funny is retro is now like, from the 90s. Fuck. Damn, is that retro?
I read something, and I know this because it's math. It was something like 1924 is the same, and I'm going to get the math off, so fuck off. It's like 1919 or 1924 was the same amount of years that to 1971. The 1971 was to today kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
like,
I think what it was like today we're 30
years apart.
30 years away from 1990, and in 1990 we were 30 years away from 1970 or something, or 70, 60 or whatever. Yeah. Like, what you're saying is the same, but I was like,
hashtag math.
That's hashtag.
You go like, oh fuck, I'm my parents' age.
Yeah. Well,
back when I remember my parents being young.
Yeah, exactly. I do that sometimes. I'll go back in my mind. I'll be like, okay, well, my parents bought this house at X time. Mm-hmm. You know, I was this great at school. Then I kind of do the math. I'm like, hey mom, how old were you then? You know,
she's like, I was 40. You're like,
and I'll be like,
I'm fucking 40.
Fuck. So wait, when you were 40, you had 6 kids.
Fuck that. Could you
on your third or fourth house? Fuck me. I'm like, my dad had like so many Folgers cans of nuts and screws. I have none.
See,
I have no cans of screws around my house. Yeah,
I've got a whole work chest. Just one drawer is just all extra shit.
See, that's better than me.
You need to number one way to fix that is go buy a Craftsman kind of stand up toolbox.
Yeah, what I need to do is just buy. I need to go like every time I go to Ace Hardware, just like go to that nuts and bolts section and grab like one or two.
They cost like a penny a piece.
Exactly, they're a couple pennies each, and just grab like random ones, nothing that I need, and then buy a can of coffee, whatever, Black Rifle coffee. And then
do they have cans?
They have one. It's called a Death Wish. No, not Death Wish. That's a different brand.
That's a different brand.
It's called Black Magic. Black Magic.
Does it come in a can like a old school?
It's an old school can. Yeah,
See,
fuck yeah.
It's
called Black Magic, and it still normally sells out pretty quick. So I need to get
one of those just when I grind all my coffee, because I'll grind like a whole bag at once.
And put it in there.
Dump that in there.
Absolutely. I kind of want to get one too because they're super cool looking. And honestly, it would
set it up somewhere.
Some are super cool because it's just a really cool. The art is. I mean, Gary Stevens and Grizzly River Art, I think, is who
they did
that one. Man, it looks good.
Dude, it was cool.
It's really cool.
Not that I'm making this a fucking BRCC commercial, but yeah. I get it. So I get the ECG, the Executive Coffee Group Club, or ECS, whatever. Subscription. Exclusive. Thank you. I get that, but I haven't been down a coffee aisle. Can't tell you how long.
Yeah.
Like I just don't do it. But we were at the store today at Walmart where they sell the new cold brew stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And dude, they've got like center aisle. I would say as much what do you call it, like shelf space as like Starbucks does now.
Oh, absolutely. We have a whole huge section of where just like K-cups.
Yeah.
Then we have a whole section of like instant coffee.
Dude, they've got all the different
cold brew, and then we have a whole section of like regular bag coffee.
Yeah. I didn't realize that.
And there's exclusive stuff to Walmart that you can only get on that Walmart. You can't get on like online. You can't get it at HEB. You can't get it at other places. It's just
I didn't realize that.
Just Walmart. Yeah, so there's exclusive Walmarts.
Pretty cool. Actually,
those cold brews are exclusive to Walmart as of right now. So
they are.
Yeah.
Okay. I just picked one up. I haven't tried it yet.
Oh my god, they're good. There are concentrates, to be careful.
Did I tell you the story? Did I tell the story on? Oh fuck, dude. Okay. I think I might have told the story. I don't remember. I'll tell you. You'll pick it up here.
Yeah, you'll tell me, and I might remember it.
So Beth got me one of those cold brew kits. It's like the white. It had like the big canister. Toddy.
Yep.
Right. Got that. And it calls for basically like an entire 12-ounce bag of coffee in that.
Yeah.
Right. And you do it in like progression. You pour some in, you pour some water, you do a little bit, when you stack it, and then eventually it all runs into that toddy canister.
Yeah.
And it's like a carafe. Imagine a carafe.
Mm-hmm.
Had no idea. I was like, I fucked this coffee up. Poured it in a cup, threw some milk in there, and I was like, this is the worst fucking coffee I've ever had.
Now I do remember you telling me this story.
Go to Salt Lake. I was there for work. Went to the Black Rifle store there with the
main one, yeah.
main one there. Went there, and I don't remember who I was talking to. It was I don't remember. This is years ago. So, but anyway, I asked. I was like, "What the fuck did I do wrong?" Well, I don't know how to read. Number one.
Oh, I think you said it was Edwin.
Edwin, that's who it was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I don't know how to read. So that's number one.
Yeah.
Number two is I don't read.
It was also on the counter,
instructions.
which is way high for you.
Yeah, I mean, and I was trying to do it like this.
Yeah.
Right, like I've got like 3 or 4 phone books under my ass right now.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
You know, just to
And your
make,
stool, your wife took the stool, so you couldn't get up, reach the counter
Right.
that well. Yeah.
so I was drinking that shit as pure
Like
concentrate.
concentrate.
And I drank
Yeah.
an entire one.
Ooh.
I drank a bag of
It's a good thing you didn't
coffee.
die.
I drank a bag of coffee in like 2 days.
Ooh.
I was like, what the fuck? So when I talked to him, he's like, no, dude, you have to add like 5 times the water to it. I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh,
I really like making my own home brew because I like
that's
to
just
make
dumb
it
shit.
nice
That's
and
just
strong.
dumb. Like,
Yeah.
just pay attention.
Yeah, just pay attention.
Now,
Just read the
Beth
directions.
makes me cold brew, but it's a much easier.
Yeah, much easier.
It's
system.
like a daily. Just pour it in there. You fucking pour a little bit of coffee.
Yeah,
in,
easy
you just
peasy.
do water in it now. So I
Yeah.
drink one of those a day,
Nice.
but it's not
So you
constant.
don't drink hot coffee at all. You drink cold brew.
It's not time. It's not that time of year here.
I drink hot coffee every
Can't
day.
do it. Nope. Iced coffee.
I drink
every
like
day.
1 cup of coffee in the morning, and I get to work and I drink like 2 more
Nope.
every day.
Nope.
And then
Iced coffee every day.
man, well, I do like iced coffee.
We
so-
live in South Texas, bro.
We do, but it's. I mean, if I'm in my house, it's still like it's still like 70, 69 degrees.
Don't like it. I
Oh,
like
cold
hot
coffee.
coffee, but I like it when it's cold out.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we'll go to the ranch sometime, and like I said, we'll make some, like we'll do something out
Yeah,
there,
AeroPress,
or something like
French
that.
press or something.
Yeah, French press. That's the time because it's nice and cool out.
Yeah, I agree.
Getting up
I agree.
early as fuck in the morning, but I get out of bed at like 9.
Well, camping or even any type of camping situation like that,
you want
calls
something
for
to
hot
warm
coffee,
yourself
obviously.
up. Yeah.
Even if it's hot out, when you get up and have a campfire, you want some hot coffee. That's just the way it is.
You brought Peter brought his dog over, and I've got a cat that's completely freaked out over here.
Freaking the fuck out.
Milo. So anyway,
Yeah.
let's get into some of the shit that I wanted to talk about.
end of days.
End of days kind
So
of
is
shit.
this about Arnold Schwarzenegger or
Nope, I just kind of was thinking like the
Okay.
end of the world, but it's not the end of the world. It's the end of modern comforts. We're going back to, the before times.
Yeah. Okay.
This isn't Red Dawn.
Mhm.
This is after Red Dawn happens.
The Korean or the Russian Red Dawn?
The American Red Dawn.
Okay.
Oh wait, I haven't seen the second movie.
Well, Red Dawn,
that
the original
Korean?
Red Dawn
Was
was
Russian.
Russian, and then the new Red Dawn that came out, I don't know, a couple years
I
ago.
never
with
saw that
with
one.
Chris Hemsworth was Koreans. It was stupid.
It was Koreans.
Yeah, it was Koreans.
You think Koreans are going to invade the United States?
Neither are Russians.
Well, no, that's
It's going to happen through our borders like it's doing right now.
so. Really, where are you going to go if the end of the world happens? Within the United States, where you move into geographically? Down here, it's
Man.
too fucking hot. We don't have
Down here it's
electric.
too hot.
There's no electrical
It
grid.
also depends on what is actually happening. Is it just like the government's gone?
Dude, you're on your
Like,
own.
what does it mean? Like-
you're just literally on your
Like
own.
gas stations are on fire.
Right. Like, no, there's no
Everybody
gas.
there's
no gas.
cannibals,
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
People are just
like
eating
Mad
each other.
Max.
Mad Max, but without the cars.
Mm.
Where are you going? What state? I've been trying to
State?
think geographically. I'm like, you don't want it too cold. You don't want it too hot.
Yeah, I mean,
Gets pretty hot. Like northern
ideally,
Texas.
I'd love to take care of my family, but I'm the only one in Texas, and I'm far away from everybody.
Yeah.
So,
Beth and I. I mean,
realistically, me getting to like Michigan or Utah or Oregon to visit, be with my family to help protect them,
that's a long.
it's a long ways. Especially if there's no vehicles, no car, no gas, whatever.
Right. You gotta hike, hoof it.
Ideally, somebody has gas, and I'm just taking it from them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would think. I mean, somebody's gonna have gas, and I just.
So, but you would try and hit Michigan
bullets.
up.
I'd
Isn't
probably.
it too goddamn cold up there?
Well, I would probably try to get some message to them somehow and like get them
Smoke
to meet
signals.
somewhere in the middle. Yeah, just smoke signals from South Texas probably would reach Michigan just fine.
I would think so.
Or maybe I can talk to them before everything
Like,
runs down.
Learn
Yeah.
Morse code, but
Well,
we need
well,
electricity for that.
My dad has ham radio. and I'm working on getting my ham radio.
Well, you can get like those little hand-powered generator
yeah, absolutely.
kind of things.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
So that's the only way. I think it's going to be hand-powered shit.
Yeah.
How would you guys do it? I think it's, because if gasoline is gone or goes bad eventually, theoretically,
theoretically it goes bad, but a long time. You
can run shitty fuel. Yeah.
Yeah, but shitty fuel still run shit. Yeah, it'll run like shit, but it'll run.
EMP hits, you're going to have to find those carbureted cars.
Fuck yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
If anything here, I would just...
Remember the crazy guy that I was telling you about?
Yeah.
He's got like 3 of them in his yard. In his backyard.
Carbureted cars?
He's got old cars in his backyard. I don't even know how the fuck he got them in there.
I picked him up over the house.
He is retired Army.
Oh, then he can't do that. He's old. But
I don't know.
We'll see.
Whatever. But I'm thinking somewhere like I was thinking in northern Texas. I'm thinking more like northern Arizona.
Northern Arizona,
Flagstaff. You're in the mountains, but it's still temperate enough. You got good hunting if you need it, like things like that.
Yeah, I think anywhere like Nevada, Eastern California.
But that's what I know.
Because you're not too close to the coast where all those main congested areas. Because you don't want to be.
You don't want to be outside of Atlanta.
Somewhere up in Wyoming,
Houston.
You're away from everybody. You have all the animals you could possibly eat.
That's true.
You have plenty of land to plant, vegetables.
It's like Bert. Yeah,
Bert. Not Christ.
Yeah,
Bert. Whatever his name is, Bert something.
The other dude.
Yeah, Bert. So whatever. Anyway, but living in.
Because he's got just a cabin. All you need is a cabin.
Yeah, living in Wyoming would be perfect. Because then you can just you have all the animals. You can plant your own food, and then just have some note out to your family like, hey, if anything happens, go to this place. See,
that's what Beth and I've always talked about, even just locally.
Yeah.
Like, where do you go? Where's your center point?
I don't have one, but we should probably do that.
Home. But home's a long way if you're at the office.
Exactly. Well,
a long goddamn walk.
If you're at the office, then it didn't just happen. You probably still have gas.
Theoretically, but everybody's going to be on the road.
True.
Bumper to bumper. End of the world is coming. Everybody's on the road. I have a truck. I did.
Yeah, you have a truck. You can make it. Guarantee if you needed to, you can make it in a truck.
No, I haven't. Yeah, I've never worried about that.
Yeah.
All right. World is out of bullets, making firearms obsolete. What weapons are you carrying?
How fucking awesome would that be?
Hey, kitty.
If I'm looking like in my garage, whatever, for obviously I'd be like, yo, fuck yeah, I'm gonna carry a sword and a fucking bow. But realistically,
a bow is perfect.
A fucking hammer.
That's easy.
That's simple. A big knife, a machete. Probably machete. That would be it.
Just a machete, just Jason style.
Fuck yeah, just a machete because it's close. It's not super long. It's short enough. It's durable. It's easy to fucking sharpen. Fuck yeah, machete. And then obviously a long range would be nice too, like a bow.
That's what I was thinking. Long range is what I was thinking. You don't want to try and get into those altercations.
Well, no.
You have that when the altercation is right up face.
But say you're surrounded by 10 dudes. Let's just say 10 dudes.
Or you just need a melee weapon.
Yeah, and you want to fucking you take the first guy and you cut his fucking head off. You cut his arm off.
Right.
Everybody else is like, oh fuck.
Yeah, melee weapon. I was thinking one of those. I don't remember what it's called. It's a mace is just like a stick with a ball on it.
Yeah, it's a mace. Yeah,
that's a mace, right?
Yeah,
the spiked ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking, what's the one that's with the ball that's on the chain off of that?
That's a ball and mace.
A ball and mace.
Yeah,
is that just
what's
up, cat? Okay, so I was kind of thinking Warhammer would be badass too.
You got some length there, and then you have this fucking gnarly fucking hammer on the end.
Or the spike end of it too.
Well, you have the spike on one side, and then you have the hammer on the one side.
Right.
Dude.
See, that's like a Caleb thing. That's like a you thing. That's not a me weapon.
Well, no.
Because that's just like squishes skulls.
Yeah. You'd be like hitting kneecaps. It's just not that cool. You'd be stopping people, but they'd be like, what? Get out of here. Kick you away.
Battle axe, but like a super titanium battle
But even
axe.
dwarves, you'd use fucking big axes.
But dwarves were fucking little, they were stonemasons and shit.
Like
so they were
there you go. You're like a little dwarf.
These little man hands.
Yeah. A little axe.
It could be like this big, but whatever. It's good.
Yeah.
All relative in size.
It's all relative.
Fuck. Yeah, I'd definitely go bow long range. Or yeah. What is it? An atlatl? I think is what they're called.
Atlatl, yeah, the one where you can fling it.
Yeah, it's got little knots because you can make those out of a bunch of shit.
Oh yeah. Well, after our buddy Justin was on Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
I went on a fucking binge of like I watched like well, first of all, there's like a dozen different fucking like kinds of Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
So Naked and Afraid, and then there's the one he was on called Castaways, and then there was another one called XL, and then there's a fucking plethora of Naked and Afraid options.
Yeah.
And so I started watching these like different ones.
Naked
Naked and Afraid XL, which they spend 40 days, and there's another one where they spend 60 days and shit like that. So it's freaking cool. Well, 1 or 2 seasons in after when I started watching them, this guy made an outlet out there in the bush.
Yeah. Perfect.
And he didn't fucking get nothing with it. But it was cool.
Worth a shot.
It was cool and
gives you something to do.
Yeah, and he made it out of like sticks and shit that he found out there, and he like would play with it, whatever. He was like hunting. Like I said, he didn't hit anything. It didn't work for him, but it did work. Like he launched it and it fucking went through. It was cool. Like I have no idea I could make.
All you got to do is get good at it and enough practice.
I mean, it's an ancient weapon that was used.
You can't come up with string with a simple string for a bow. That's a bow.
Well, yeah, that'll no string. There you go. It's easy.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
I'm going. Yeah, I think bow would be easier because you don't have to teach yourself how to make use
and
an
if you have a bow, then it's even easier.
I think I need to get a bow.
You do it for the end of the world.
I don't have a bow.
I don't have a bow either. I had a bow a long time ago. It was a shitty. I bought it at a fucking yard sale.
Right.
I gave it to my brother because it was
just
shit,
like a high school bow.
Yeah, it was like a bear something or other. It was just
was it still a compound?
It was a compound, but it was like shitty. I didn't like it. But
there's the cat. He's all stressed out. He's like, we've got another animal in the house, and I don't know.
He's only gonna be here for 3 weeks.
I was thinking also a concealed carry trebuchet would be kind of fun.
A concealed carry trebuchet. Yeah. So how does that work?
Well, you'd have to carry it for me.
So concealed carry. Well,
if it's my size, but you carry it.
Oh, concealed carry trebuchet. There you go. Yeah, that would actually work.
Saying?
Yeah.
Like you just set it up, shoots about 40 yards. It's all you need, really.
But if it's a trebuchet that's that small, is it going to?
Kitty.
Okay, come on, buddy.
He's having a moment. He's like, fuck. Is it efficient or effective?
Is it efficient? Is it more efficient than just throwing something really hard?
What was the story of David and Goliath?
That was a trebuchet. It was a sling.
I know, but it was a sling. Took out Goliath. A concealed carry trebuchet is my sling. Or
I can
just get a sling.
We should just make a trebuchet that's a smaller version and just see what we can do.
We could fuck some shit up with a small
trebuchet. Badass to try.
Yeah. There's a high school right over here.
There's Ian right there too. It'd be fun. He likes English stuff. There's lots of English history at trebuchets.
He probably has one.
They just won't tell him. All of a sudden he gets little fireballs going through his window. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Like he's out over there writing his book.
Yeah. He's over there writing his next awesome killer novel. He's like,
then he has to write that into.
Then he has to put it into the novel, of course. Yeah.
What is that cat doing?
I have no idea.
It's psycho.
Fuck with the internet, probably.
Who are you bringing as your wingman? I you have 3 options: Bear Grylls, Les Stroud, or Cameron Hanes.
Ooh,
Bear Grylls, we all know.
Bear Grylls.
He kind of fucked around.
Jesus.
This cat's on. But Bear Grylls, he's good, but he got busted.
But he got busted for being fake.
Because
he's like, oh, look at this. It's so hard to get over.
Eating bugs.
And then it pans up or tilts up.
And
the road's right there. Like, the road's right there, dude. You're acting like you've just been out in the bush for a fucking week.
Yeah. But he's still a legit dude.
I mean, he's still legit. He does crazy shit. Like I watched every single episode of Wild.
Where it brings all the people out.
No, the original one. Members Wild.
Yeah,
I watched every episode.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
And it was fantastic. Like,
but Les Stroud does that shit, and he's on his own. And he, like, you'll see video of him if you watch those shows back in the day.
Oh yeah,
it was what was it, Wild Man or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But you see him, he puts a camera down, he walks.
It's literally him
to get the capture of it. Then he has to walk back and get the camera. Then he moves it. Like he's just double time. He's doing everything.
He's doing everything by himself. Definitely, he's more realistic. Whether or not he has an extra hand on the side just to make sure he's safe.
Perhaps, yeah.
Maybe, I have no idea. I never
Safety Crew's probably Discovery probably required something like that. Travel Channel or whatever it was.
But Bear Grylls makes it more exciting.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you want him there at the end of the world.
Right. That's why I brought up Cameron Hanes. You can run
Cameron Haynes is like an ultra marathon runner.
Achilles. Yeah,
he's a fucking he's like Rambo with a fucking bow.
that's what I'm saying.
Man, I'm actually gonna go Les Stroud.
You're going Les Stroud.
I'm gonna go Les Stroud. Out of those three, man,
he's got all the snare. He can do
he's
all the things.
He's got all the knowledge to like survive with nothing for a long period of time. Yeah. Now, granted, Bear Grylls has the knowledge. But did he
ever put it to the test?
I think Les Stroud.
Okay,
my answer.
I think I'd probably settle. I'd have to settle with Les Stroud probably as well.
Yeah, I think
just from what I've seen, with Cameron Haynes, man, all you need him to do is like hunt one fucking elk.
Well, I mean, what are we
and then
talking
now you've got clothing, you've got food.
Well, you got food perhaps for some amount of time, but I mean, at the end of the day,
well, it goes
you
bad.
Don't have a freezer.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
You don't have a freezer, you don't have a fridge.
We're gonna have to build.
You have to smoke it. You have to build a smokehouse. And,
I wonder if you can do
smoke all your elk and shit. I mean, it'd be cool. At the end of the day, I mean, you and I both could build a smokehouse. It's not like it's difficult. We understand the how it works. We understand
firewood and smoke.
Yeah, we understand how that all works. It's just the fact of doing it.
Right.
I don't know. I think Les Stroud. At the end of the world, he'd be the guy you like want.
Because you're not staying in one spot more than likely. You're going to become, I think people would become more semi-nomadic at that point because you've got to travel to where you've got to go. Imagine no more grocery stores. Water sources could become depleted or tainted, something like that, right? You got to think about those things. Like you have to travel around to get to food and resources and all of that, right? You got to cut trees down. You got to do that shit. You're eventually going to run out of trees.
It's basically how the world was hundreds and hundreds of years. I mean, how it was in America a couple years ago.
Yeah, like pre-United States, basically.
Yeah. It's a crazy thought, but it's not that
it's not that it couldn't happen.
And it wasn't like it was that long ago. Like
200 years ago.
This is how the world worked before modern shit.
After the aliens.
Everybody had to do that.
It was after the aliens left.
Well, yeah, obviously.
When the aliens were here, it was all good.
Well, clearly.
And then they were like, fuck you keep fucking up, and they were out.
Yeah. They're like, fuck
Did you know, I
done.
saw something, another kind of fun fact is, I think it was Oxford University was 300 years old when the Incan people were just starting their dynasty.
Yeah, I saw something about that. Like that.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it is crazy to think.
That Oxford's been around for 1,000 years or whatever.
Something like that, 600 years.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
We've got the internet. How long has Oxford been around? Or I could probably say how long. The answer I found is 1,024 years. Oxford's 1,024 years old.
Can you imagine going to that school?
When did the Incan Empire, when was it established? 12th century, 15th century. Okay, so they began their conquest in the early 15th century.
So the 1400s.
13 to 1400s.
And then the school's been around since 1000.
Yeah, dude.
That's the crazy thing. Can you imagine like getting fucked up going to school? They're getting in a frat and being like, oh man.
And you have people on the other side of the world, they're like
oh,
cutting heads off and like playing basketball with them, basically.
Yeah.
That was the thing, actually. You go to the Yucatan, you go to some of the things, they have like little rings and shit.
Yeah. Did you know the Yucatan Peninsula is where the fucking meteor hit the world? Like this.
That's what killed the dinosaurs, bro.
I Googled this like pretty recently. I was like, where did that
perfect little circle, right?
Yeah.
The Gulf.
That's where we're gonna be. We're gonna be right there in February.
Oh yeah. The cruise, the movie cruise.
The movie cruise.
We're gonna do it.
We really need to write that script.
Goddamn right we do. All right. Mode of transportation. Pretty much we're gonna be relying on animals, I'm thinking. I'm going to the zoo. I'm grabbing one of three. Grabbing a giraffe to ride it, grabbing an elephant, or maybe a water buffalo. We're in San Antonio. We have some of those things, but we've got all three of those things, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking just a bike.
Like a bicycle?
Yeah, it just makes the most sense.
That's not fun.
Well, I mean, but
think about how big of a fucking harness you need to get for a elephant, though.
Probably.
Can you
really
ride?
Big harness.
Do they do elephant rides at the San Antonio Zoo?
I have no idea. Actually. I've never been to San Antonio.
Then we're good.
I've never been to San Antonio Zoo.
Do I have to hire somebody to walk that fucking thing with me?
I mean, if you're at the end of the world, they'd probably not be like, "Hey, who do I hire to walk this thing?"
It's like it's what's the name of them? Jesus Christ, I just babbled there for a second. Channing Tatum in the movie The End of the World, or whatever, where he's got the ball gag. It's all the Hollywood people.
at that one guy's
the big
house,
demon,
Seth
and
Rogen's
his
house or
dick
something.
is like swinging all over the place, but
Such a
Channing Tatum
stupid
jumps
movie,
out
yeah.
and it's Danny McBride.
Yeah,
Has him as his gimp.
Yes.
I'm thinking Channing Tatum is like the elephant like handler lead, and he's put a ball gag in his mouth. Same dude, same character, but now he's just helping.
He's just walking.
He's walking my
leash for
elephant.
your elephants.
Yeah.
So somehow you're gonna get him in the end of the world to come here
Yeah.
to do that for you.
Mm-hmm. Or somebody that looks like him.
That's
Doesn't
probably
really matter.
even more.
That's easier.
We'll see. Whatever we can do.
He's threatening to take away their food.
That's a good point.
Like, you don't get to eat anymore.
You don't get any more unless you put in this
As
ball.
Dan Holloway says, we're gonna come take all your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some beta out there that's gonna be like,
who's like stocking
easy.
up all this shit.
and you're
He
just gonna be able to
doesn't know he's
roll
stocking it
in.
up for us.
Yeah, you're just gonna be able to roll in, get your shit. All right.
There you go. Like, Fred Meyer's. Fucking HEB's closed. That's fine. Fucking
Somebody's got a food cellar
neighbor is open.
with like peaches in it
Yeah,
or something. They've been jarring peaches for 10 years
exactly. You know,
just for the day like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to have some group of people that are going to come in and be like, well, thank you for making all this food for us.
Exactly.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
That's why I think it's going to be, that only lasts so long, right? It's going to be like hordes of people going out there and melee killing people. The food's going to go pretty quick.
Oh yeah. So
Humans don't have self-control,
no,
especially Americans.
well, you saw the fucking COVID scare. Like,
Yeah.
everybody's buying a shit ton of fucking
toilet paper.
toilet paper.
I still have
and,
shit tons of toilet paper.
and all this other crazy shit. Like, for no reason. There was never no toilet paper.
Well, there was once everybody bought that shit.
Well, yeah, but there was never a reason for it to go away.
Right.
The reason it went away is because everybody fucking bought it. But I don't know. That was all. It's gonna be easy to figure it out at the end of the world because the crazies are gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
But
But it's
I
gonna
have
be
a question for you.
Warriors come out to play. It's gonna be just like that.
I hope so.
I wouldn't want to be in like New York City or something like that.
No.
All those major cities.
Any
are just
type
gonna
of
be fucking
big
disasters.
city, even San Antonio, I wouldn't want to be.
I wouldn't want to be
farther
down
out.
there. Nope.
Lotus is better.
I keep going though.
Bernie's better. I mean, middle of fucking nowhere is comfort.
That's better.
Whatever. Like
Yeah.
that's yeah.
always better.
Less people, less eyes poking
That's the
around.
only option. Like you've got to go out there. Yeah, and that's where the food's going to be. But see, people are going to think they can hunt, and then they're going to become the hunted.
Mhm.
Because if you come on, quote unquote, my land,
You're dead.
this land is not your land.
It's not as my land.
This land is my land. Not for you and me, for me.
Yeah, just for me and my family.
Yep.
Okay, I got a question for you about the end of the
Okay.
world. So, so what's it called? A utopia is a dystopia. So
Dystopia.
talking about this dystopian
It's
future.
very much what it would be.
Yeah, talking about the dystopian future. First question is, how do you think it would happen? Do you think it'd be like a nuclear bomb?
No.
Do you think it'd be? I'm just throwing out
Nope, I'm
options
thinking-
and then you
yeah.
tell me about. So, a nuclear bomb, an EMP, something that would take out our government, a fucking virus that could be like a zombie virus.
Mhm.
AI could just take over something, whatever. So
Yeah.
those aren't your only options, but those kind of
Any
options.
sort of thing like
What
that.
do you think it would?
I don't think it's going to be a
realistically,
virus
what could it be?
necessarily. We've kind of got those pretty on lock. I guess.
Theoretically, yeah.
I would suspect it's going to be EMP would be the most likely, but I mean to hit the entire country with it's not like one EMP.
Well, wouldn't even be just the country; it'd basically be the world because it hit the whole world.
If
at
like
once.
the sun banged us with an EMP.
So
Because
exactly
that like such a solar flare that it
Yeah.
shut everything fucking down. That's really the only way that theory that
exactly.
could happen.
Yeah, 100%.
So something like
and
that.
that could be it. The sun goes out or
Just go
something, like, whatever. Like,
Yeah, I mean, if the sun goes out, we're all fucking dead.
well,
It
yeah,
doesn't
we're all
matter.
dead. So it don't matter.
But I think it would be something like that, like an EMP, or if like say there is a third world war and they actually try to attack us, it could fuck us up bad.
Yeah,
If like say India and China and Russia and the Middle East all said fuck you United States, we could hold out for a long time.
yeah.
But where do we get most of our material goods? From everywhere else. It wouldn't take us too long to turn back to like the Industrial Revolution. That's what we would have to go through. We would have to go through like a second Industrial Revolution. We'd have to start mining. We'd have to start all of our fuels. We'd have to do all that shit. But if we didn't, because we had some dumb dick in the fucking White House said no, then we're fucked.
Yeah.
That's the way I would say it. It's either one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Are they likely? No. But could it happen? Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so my second question to that is what you think. Okay, you think probably some type of EMP. Now, what would you if you were able to choose, if they said, Greg, choose whichever one you want.
Right.
Whether we get zombies or robots or fucking EMP, nuclear bomb, whatever.
You got to take one.
You got to take one, but you have to take one. What do you choose?
That's a good one. I like that. I've watched The Walking Dead. Is that real? I don't know.
Well, it's not about
Terminator.
It could be real.
The newer Terminators, where you see like, not that they're great or anything like that, but you know they're fighting the fucking Terminators. That's a rough one, man. You can't fist fight a fucking Terminator.
No,
you fist fight a person.
You can't fist fuck a Terminator.
You can't fist fuck a Terminator either.
Or maybe you can. I don't know.
Nuke, dude, that's just gonna kill like generations of people and cause a Cold War. I'm going EMP still.
EMP?
Just shut all the electronics off.
Yeah, you know, because that only takes us back like what, 60, 70 years.
70 years. We could I keep saying that word. We could restart shit.
Yeah.
You just gotta it's gonna put you back to the Industrial Revolution at some point. But we know how to do it all.
Yeah.
We've got the paperwork behind it all.
Well, you know, there's a movie or TV.
Would it be that bad to lose the internet entirely?
Yeah, I mean,
Not
we'd
really.
be okay with that. I didn't have it when I was a kid.
Right. Now instead of doing podcasts, we just tell stories and make up shit like
Exactly.
to each other.
Well, you know, so there's a
Sitting
book
around a fucking campfire.
There was a book, I think it was called The Sword of Shannara. I think is what it's called. And it was actually a TV show on like MTV for a little while. It was actually they did a really shitty job with the movie. The book was really good. And basically it's a dystopian future. And it's in the future, right? But the look of it, you'd think it was in the past because they have like swords and fucking knights and shit. But they're going around and you'll see like in the movie or the TV show, they're walking past like a modern dam or a modern city. But it's so far like 500 years in the future that it's all just so decayed and rusted out.
Dude, it doesn't take. I've seen
they reverted back to those like old medieval ancient things because everything is just completely ruined. It was ruined by an EMP. There was basically nuclear bombs, which are set off.
It's called
Sword of Shannara.
I need to write that down.
It's a really good book. TV show either had 1 or 2 seasons. I think it was on MTV. Maybe I don't remember.
That's cool,
but it was really good, and it's a really cool dystopia. So Utopia is like
super happy. Everything's
super cool. Everything's so fun. But dystopian movies are like my fucking favorite. I love it. Like The Road, sort of.
The Road's
all those
fucking
ones, man. They're gnarly, man. They're just cool. Like fucking. The one we just had, Walking Dead. It's just
100
cool,
years. It's kind of like what the estimate is. Like New York City would almost be gone if you didn't do any maintenance to it at all.
If you did no maintenance and had no electricity,
the buildings would start decaying.
Everything.
Water lines would start breaking. Things started eroding, and things start breaking down.
Nature would come back to itself.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Lions, running
Tigers,
bears.
Oh my,
Jesus,
crazy. Well, actually, this reminds me. I watch a lot of movies. It reminds me of another movie. So there's this movie called Lucy. What's that? With Scarlett Johansson, where she takes a pill. So at the very end, she takes that pill and then she goes back in time by sitting there. But she goes back in time. Everything around her just like reverts back. So she's sitting in like a New York City in Times Square, and it goes back like to like the Industrial Revolution, and then like where right when people first came to America, and then it goes back to the Native Americans who were like walking across there, and then it goes to like fucking dinosaurs, and then it goes to like
it's going like a billion years back.
She's going back
a million,
the very beginning of time, and
then she turns into that black thing.
Yeah, but she hasn't moved. She just watches everything. Man, what a cool idea! That's a cool idea. I thought about that so many times. I'm like, man, how cool would it be just to be where I'm standing right now?
So much
where I'm standing right now.
Brain.
See what it was 1,000 years ago. Whatever.
Yeah, it'd be like those. Like there's. So behind him, like you can see one directly behind his head. There's some Indian or some arrowheads. I'll change the camera at some point and we'll take a picture of it. Those are all real arrowheads found out on the ranch.
Yeah.
Those are like 1,000 years old.
That's super cool.
Right. And you start thinking about it. You're like 1,000 years ago, there's people out there using I mean, you look at some of those, they're like just stones, and those are like those are like axe handle, or
Yeah.
you know,
super cool.
like, what the
It's
fuck?
so cool. Yeah, it's so cool.
So we do have weapons in the house that were made for people to go hunting with.
1,000 years ago.
And then we've got something that's modern by hey cat, but by some standards, that pistol right there is old, because that was my father-in-law's service weapon.
Yeah, like what,
from
50s?
30 years ago, right?
That's crazy.
You know, and you just go, okay. But compared to today's shit, where you got like Glocks and fucking SIGs and everything else.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
One of the things I think people don't remember, which is kind of fucked up, is the conditions you're going to be living in aren't just it's going to be a hard time. What happens if you got a toothache?
I mean, think about it this way.
Or you got a splinter that got
infected.
That could fucking kill you.
Well, I was going to say, think about back in the day, like, you remember that Oregon Trail game? They like,
dysentery, bro. It's a real fucking thing.
Think about how this would be like. You go to the fucking bar, you put down your fucking chunk of gold, they give you some chili and a fucking beer. You drink your chili, you eat your beer. I mean, you drink your beer, eat your chili.
Yeah.
You go home, you're like, oh.
And now you've got a parasite.
It's like, and you're like, oh fuck. And you go to the wife, you're like, I love you. Tell the kids I love them.
I'm gonna go shit my pants.
She's like, oh my god, did you go over to Gary's and have that fucking chili again? Man, it's really fucking good chili. Well, now you're fucking dying. You're like, I know.
Am I dying?
I'm gonna go shit, and if I don't make it back, I love you.
Yeah.
Tell the kids I said I love them.
Then you're gonna have to marry.
And
Steve
then they're like,
down the
okay.
street.
And then
He's
you
probably
go
gonna
fucking
smack
shit
you
and die.
around.
Like that's how it happened back then. Like you died of having fucking diarrhea.
It's fucked up.
And nowadays diarrhea fucking sucks. Like I hate having diarrhea, and
everybody hates
but you take some Pepto and you're fucking fine.
Right.
Or even if you don't take Pepto, you're still fine because it doesn't kill you.
It doesn't kill you.
Shitting through a screen door doesn't kill you. It just sucks. So yeah, back in the day, dentists they weren't around for. I mean, the vast majority.
The barbers were the dentists back in the say 150 years ago. Barbers were the dentists.
That's still somewhat modern time.
I know.
You go back the vast majority of human time, there wasn't a dentist.
No, that's
your tooth hurt. You just it just hurt until it stopped hurting.
Or your face fell off.
Yeah,
or you just yank that bitch out because you're tired of it. You hit it with a rock. You grab one of those fucking arrowheads and you just fucking pop that bitch out. You're like, nah.
That's just what it is. Like,
you think? I wonder if Neanderthals were. No, because I've also seen a different thing because their jaw structure. Neanderthals and like early hominids had a much stronger bone,
bone structure. Yeah,
and they had very straight teeth because they ate shit tons of meat.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't eat vegetables and shit like that.
Yeah.
Right. So they weren't like they didn't have these little pussy jaws that we've got, right? Like humans, modern day humans,
very masculine.
Not compared to what you would have been if you were a Neanderthal.
True that.
Your head would be like that much bigger than it is now.
That's a huge head,
and you already got a huge head.
Yeah.
So
that's as tall as you are.
But they literally found them, and they've still got like teeth, and they're still straight.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the amount of calcium they were eating. They were chewing on fucking bones and shit, trying to get all that food, all that.
Yeah. That's
none of this asparagus.
We wouldn't go
bullshit.
back. We wouldn't go back to that. Like, we wouldn't go back to Neanderthal times for sure.
No.
We'd go back to as far as like
before 1800s.
Yeah.
Mid 1800s, late 1800s.
We made it to the 1800s to today, so it'll happen.
Because we would have to restart the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah,
we would have to restart industry without computers.
Exactly, but we learned how to do it, and all that stuff's written down.
Exactly.
So yeah, we don't have the internet to Google. Hey, how do you make a computer? But
dude, we're gonna have to get that printing press back up pretty quick.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of people without their porn.
No, because there's so much porn out in
Playboy. Where? It's all on the fucking phone.
Guarantee you can find it if you wanted to.
EMPs, bro. Took out. I mean, when was the last time you grabbed a porn magazine?
Oh, I can't even possibly.
See, that's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, if you wanted to find it, you could probably find it.
Yeah, probably. Just go to like a high school library or something.
Find it somewhere. I mean, you can find some boobies somewhere if you really need some boobies.
Dentist. That was what big one. And then I was thinking doctors, man. Any sort of thing like that. And then I was kind of pondering was psychiatrists. There's going to be like 50% of the country or the world is going to be just bitch struck because they're not going to be able to talk to their psychiatrists.
I really need my whatever fucking medicine for depression.
Xanax.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand some people need
No, of
Xanax. I'm
course.
not making fun of that, but you're fucked if you think you're just fucked.
Yeah, you're just fucked.
Sorry,
Because
there's no
it's
more
not available.
medicine.
That's
Like,
why I think I think end of the world.
allergy medicine. I'll just get rid of my dogs.
Yeah, I think end of the world. I think like you need your first stop is going to be fucking pharmacy because you want to stock up on like fucking just your regular shit,
Antibiotics.
like antibiotics,
And take them.
you know, your regular stuff that you need,
Super like just sparingly.
or you don't even take them unless you tell you need them.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm saying if you need
Yeah,
them,
but
you're like,
even if
is
you
that
need
really an infection? Do I just cut my finger off
Yeah,
in order to save that? I mean, if it's a pinky, it's gone.
yeah, oh yeah, for
Like
sure.
I mean, what baby toe?
Yeah.
It's debatable that.
What if you got what? But what if you get a splinter in your wiener? Antibiotic or cut it off?
Antibiotic?
Yeah, I think
You're
it's
gonna
probably-
pee.
Yeah, you gotta pee.
I'm thinking about it there for a second. I was like, does it add wood?
Yeah.
So, but no, that's one that I don't know how that would. If you're sliding down a banister rail, and it catches your ball sack, goes through your ball sack up into your ding dong. That's the only way I can think about getting that.
What if the little cut of wood as you're sliding down, it cuts your ball sack open, and everything
Ball's
just
still
spills
running out.
Yeah, I think at that point just kill me.
It's either that or you're going to become a eunuch. I mean, that's the only two options.
I mean,
Either you cut your nuts off,
well, you don't need to. You just fell out.
or you cut the rest of your nuts off, or you cut the sack, or do you sew the sack back on? I don't know the answer to this.
I have no idea.
See,
Maybe a hot poker.
we need a
dick.
medic. We need a medic in the crew.
What kind of fucking medic is like? Yeah, well, this is what you do if you cut off your balls.
I imagine there's been some sort of, you were in wars and stuff like that. I'm sure this has happened.
I guess there is probably some training for a medic to,
Like if you get your balls blown off.
yeah.
I mean, there's probably something similar if a woman gets her tits blown off.
I know there's a bunch of guys who like missing limbs on their legs and shit, and their first question to the medic is
But
like,
my dick's still
"Is
there.
my dick still there?"
Yeah, that's like the most.
They're
I
like,
don't give a
yes,
fuck.
it's still
My
there.
foot.
They're like, oh, okay, thank God.
Yeah,
I can walk
fucking leg
around.
gone.
I can walk around with a fake leg, but
My dick's got to work.
I need my dick.
Yeah.
I need it
No,
to work.
cheers to you guys too, because
Yeah.
fuck. I mean, that is literally the only thing that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe not
Be a
the.
rough
I mean, you
life.
have to be alive.
Well, if you're not alive, then it's pointless if your dick works or not. So
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Freeze me, I guess. Make me kind
Yeah.
of Walt Disney or Ted Williams or something like that. I don't know.
Ted Bundy.
I don't think they froze him.
Oh, Robin Williams.
What's a? Did they freeze Robin Williams?
I have no idea.
He
I'm
hung
just saying
himself,
names.
dude.
but
I
I'm
don't
not
think
sure.
they fucking froze him. I think he's long gone. What other concerns do you have about the end of the world?
Well, I'm hoping it doesn't happen.
I mean, that's
At least not my time.
yeah,
But I don't know. I mean, end of the world concern wise,
yeah.
I don't really. If it happens, it
I
happens.
got a pool in the backyard now.
Yeah, pool.
I got a
can come over
generator
here.
out in the garage.
I probably come over here and we can hang out here.
We
We
got a
got
big
lots
generator.
of steaks. I'll empty out my freezer, bring it over here.
Yeah. We just
We got
start
plenty
hunting
of
like down
ammo.
the road, basically.
No, it's easier to take all your stuff from all your neighbors. This is a pretty close neighborhood.
They just got quarter calf.
There you
dropped
go.
off.
So we
It's
can. I
giant.
mean, that's a bunch of meat over there.
Yep.
We won't take it till we need it, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I got a whole freezer full of shit too. We got
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, we have
we got some stuff. for a
plenty
while.
of meat, plenty of stuff, plenty of guns, plenty of ammo.
How long do you think it would take EMP hits for us to get back up and running?
I mean,
I don't know that. I haven't really thought about it.
realistically, I bet you within a couple months, 6 months.
think so?
A year.
Because trains could
Probably
still
not even
run.
that. Probably not even 6 months.
Because you
I
just
mean,
pull out the old
I bet you
locomotives.
it's less than that because everything, all the infrastructure is there already. They just have to get the electricity going back up. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
It's not like if the EMP shit's like all of a sudden
At least
the fucking
switch out the
the
diodes
coal
and shit or whatever.
factory
plants still
coal
work.
plants doesn't work. It's like nope. They just have to get it back running. Like
Nuclear's nuclear.
yeah, EMP doesn't specifically
It's gonna
break a
short
bunch of
out your
shit.
damn
It just shorts
phone.
out stuff. It fixed, but that's all fixable. Yeah, you may not have a phone ever again. You may not have a phone for 6 months, but we'll have electricity again.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I feel like an EMP isn't non-reversible. I bet you it's less than 6 months.
But I think there's statistics out there that are like within 2 weeks, like billions of people die.
Oh, I hopefully.
Well, hey, depends on which ones you're looking for.
Well, hopefully not the good
I
one.
mean, does it make the planet healthier? No, because another statistic is you basically can put like everybody on the planet into like Manhattan, shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah,
So,
that's.
but have you ever been to India? Have you ever seen videos of India?
Of course.
That place, I don't believe the whole Manhattan scenario.
I don't know about that, man. There's a lot of people
ridiculous,
there.
Dude.
There's a
Those
lot of
people
people.
live on top of each other.
And everybody in Manhattan already lives shoulder to shoulder. So
I don't know.
So it's nuts.
I think that would be my. I think that's the only thing I would just going on vacation. I'm just gonna take a vacation.
Yeah.
I really need to get a carbureted vehicle though.
You do. Well, you need to get a carbureted vehicle, that's for sure. Because
versus a fuel injected electric, like
like you don't. I mean, you have a battery, but you can always, even if an EMP, you can recharge your battery.
Old school Jeep.
Yeah.
Old school Jeep. No, because it would fry out all the electronics in the vehicle.
Well, that's why you don't need electronics. You don't worry about headlights.
That's what. Yeah.
It's just enough to start it and run it.
I don't think modern day cars can. If my car will not.
No.
Got a push button. You're talking about the old
modern
school,
car. You're right. I'm saying old school. Like, yeah, you get an old Jeep. Get an old Model A.
Yep.
No electronics in it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We got one of those right at the office. First or second vehicle we ever insured is at the office.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's sitting in like the hallway.
So it makes it super easy for you.
Goes about 4 miles an hour.
Still makes it easy for you.
Oh, fuck. You know what they did? They kitted it out with an electric motor.
They did not. They took a Model A and put an electric motor in it.
I think it was a Model B. And they took it out. And then they put the it was depressing. I was like, you guys suck.
I'm never going to the bank again.
I might not either. Kind of think about it. I forgot. It's been months or a year.
That you've been there?
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. Absolutely. I don't know. Those are my big things. That's probably my biggest worry in the world. That and a hepatitis outbreak.
Hepatitis outbreak.
Yeah, like hepatitis D. That's like the new one.
Yeah.
You haven't heard of that one?
I haven't heard of that one.
It's like your dick falls off, evidently.
Oh, shit.
So
keep you catch it from the toilet seats?
I think so.
Oh, shit.
It's public toilet seats.
I don't sit down to pee when I go out, so.
I don't sit down to pee either, but I do sit down to poop. Or do you stand to poop?
I normally I lean forward, squat over the toilet seat, but I don't touch the toilet seat.
You don't?
And if it goes everywhere else, I don't. That's somebody else's problem.
Your toilet. No, I put the little ring on there, that little paper thing that's supposed to make you feel better.
Do they even have that anymore in
my office? They do.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that in a long time.
Yeah, they got the paper things. I don't know what they're supposed to do.
Have you seen those like Japanese toilets where they have these things? They have this paper thing where you press a button, it goes and like rolls a brand new thing of paper around it.
No,
you take your shit. It's a warming seat. It squirts you out. It blows, dries you. Then you get up and it goes ready for the next person. It's fucking cool.
I want one of those.
Yeah, they're only like $8,000.
I've got to replace all the toilets in the house at some point, right? Because they're just. I need a little bit more efficiency in these fucking toilets. They suck.
Oh yeah.
Can we get those stateside, or is that only Japan?
I mean,
Japan people.
Google it. I don't know.
Japan people.
Can I Google it? I have no idea.
I don't know if my wife's gonna let me spend $8,000 per toilet.
Tax write off.
Is it?
It's a house. Fix your house.
Oh fuck! It's $24,000. I've got 3 bathrooms in this house.
Yeah, $24,000 a toilet. But I mean, how cool would that be?
I wonder if they give you bulk discount.
And you get like stainless steel, super cool looking,
like super prison style.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm gonna put that downstairs in like the little guest, like the one that's in the main floor.
Like, keep the door open, bitch.
It's got like the sink in it, like on the top of it. That would be fucking hilarious.
Yep. Keep the door open, bitch.
Like that sink on the right, it's not for you.
You just walk in, you can turn it around, and close the door. You're like, "Where's your door at?" No, prison rules, bitch. Drop him. Why is he staring at me?
Why are you keystering?
His job is to stare at you.
Just outside the door, like it's the saloon doors. It's like, and then you're just staring over the door, just like looking down.
Watching somebody shit, and be like, "What?
It's like I just gotta go.
This is a really nice toilet. I really appreciate this."
It's the Japanese toilet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a nice Japanese toilet. But also make it super uncomfortable by.
I was thinking it was super porcelain. I was going. It's either one or the other. You have the super nice Japanese toilet in the master bathroom, right? Then you have the the prison stainless steel toilet in the the other one that's for everybody else that comes over.
That's fine.
It's kind of like live, laugh, leave.
Yeah,
right.
I love
it's like one of those things. It's like get the fuck out.
Oh, you need to go take a shit? Cool, do it fucking outside.
Do it outside, bitch.
That's where the dogs go.
See that dog pan out there? Clean your shit up. Imagine doing
exactly. That. No, I can't.
That's after the EMP hits. I'm telling you.
Probably. Like, I'm not pooping at Craig's house. He made me do it outside last time. There wasn't even toilet paper. I had to wipe my ass in the grass.
Like, you want a bidet? There's a hose right over there, bitch.
Then you walk outside Greg's house, it's just like lines of shit where everybody's just like
They've been
scooting on the
dragging their
ground.
asses.
Mick, get out of my
No,
shit.
it's a sawhorse with a towel over it. You just drag your ass down it.
Yeah, you just like you have to get up on the sawhorse. You're like you just shit. So you're like
your
walking
way
awkward.
down.
You're like you just like shit all over the place. So you're walking awkward over to the sawhorse. You're like, there's not even like a stepping stool
it's
to
a
get up on
shit
that.
horse.
There's not even a stepping stool to get up on the sawhorse. So you're like awkwardly getting up on there. Then you're like trying to like move back and forth.
And the towel has to be used like a certain number of times before
it's switched out.
because
Obviously,
it's efficient. You got to be efficient
Yeah.
about this.
Well, there's
Or do you
hose next
carry
to
your
it.
own
You
towel?
just-
You might carry your own towel.
I mean, if I knew I was coming
Carry
over,
your own shit
I'd
towel.
probably bring my own shit towel. Yeah,
I would too. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's we definitely need to look into that
shit towels.
because well, not shit towel. The whole shit, the shit horse,
The shit horse.
the shit towel horse.
Do you get your own shit towel horse, shit towel rack, like hook at, or do you leave one at each place you go? Like if you frequent a bar on a regular,
Mhm.
you just leave your own shit towel there. Like this
No, I
is
think it's
Pete's
just
shit towel.
No, you just
know how-
share it.
Well, you know how they'll hang like a mug that's like, this is Pete's mug because he
Mhm.
comes here so many times a year or a week or whatever. He has his own beer mug to drink out of.
No, I think you just share it. You know,
You just share a shit towel.
yeah, like Beth would
That's
just
all right.
go clean all the shit towels once a week.
Yeah, because I'm not
you
doing
know?
that.
No, no,
She
it's your
definitely
wife's
does
job.
the laundry. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't do laundry.
Yeah, of course, it's the woman's job.
Well, she told me I wasn't allowed to do laundry a long
Yeah.
time ago when I tried to wash all of her shit together, and therefore she does laundry now.
Yeah, so all the shit towels cleaning is her job. Obviously, clearly,
Obviously.
that makes sense.
I'll have to. I'll build the sawhorse.
There you go. Or you can go to Home Depot and just get one. Even easier.
But
Pre-made.
if we're in the after,
Oh shit! Well, then you can't wash them all, can you?
oh, she can do it down by the river.
Oh yeah, she can just get to the river
Yeah.
and wash them by hand.
I mean, it's like 4 miles from here, but it's not on me.
I mean,
Like,
it's not your fault.
Sundays are laundry day.
Yeah. Hey, you go down
See
there.
you
I'm gonna drink
tomorrow.
my homemade bathroom toilet meat.
Right. It's not like she's got to go to work on Monday.
That's true. That's a
Like,
good
there's
point.
no more work.
Yeah, that's a good
Fucking
point.
internet. She works from home. There's no more
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah, all she has to do is cook and clean.
Yeah.
Do the laundry down by the river.
Pretty straightforward.
Not asking too much.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my theory on the end
End of the world.
I don't
It's a
know what
lot
else
of
to
theories. And at the end of the day, I feel like we're probably both fucked.
happen. More than likely. But you know what? We can hope and pray.
You like to think that at the end of the world, you're
Thoughts
like,
and prayers.
yeah. You're at the end of the day, you're like, you know what? I really hope that I'm one of those guys that makes it to the end of the world. But nope, I'm gonna be one of those zombies. I'm probably gonna be one of the guys that
I'll hold out. Okay. Last question. How long do you think you can hold out?
as long as possible.
Like, what's that? 2 weeks? 10 days? 5?
I mean, EMP.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the only thing I'd be
Or
scared
a
of
zombie. Let's go zombie.
zombie.
How long you
probably
last
right,
on a zombie?
Probably right away. I have no idea. It
You're just
depends on the
gonna
kind of
turn into a
zombie. Are
zombie.
they the fast zombies or the slow zombies? What makes you a zombie? Does it make you? Do you the cough when you become a zombie, or do you get bit to become
We've
a zombie?
got all those face divers. We just bring those back.
Exactly. So I have no idea what it takes to become the zombie in the first place. That's that for sure. If you have to get bit by a zombie to become a zombie, I would give myself months, long
I
time,
would give
long
myself.
time.
Yeah, I
a
would give
month,
myself. I can
probably
stay
a
away
year,
from
whatever.
people.
But if it's like an EMP, how long would I last? Oh, I don't think I'd have any problems.
Right.
I wouldn't be worried about other
Nuke
people.
just depends on where it hits.
Yeah, I would be worried about other people. Like I'd
The
worry about the guy over there,
marauders.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I have to worry about. Then.
That's where you have to have a good team of people. And
Exactly.
Group around you.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
What else is there? So we had the zombies, the EMP.
The robots.
The
I
robots.
don't think. Oh, EMP would take out the robots.
Oh yeah. We just do it. No, because in Terminator they did the EMP to themselves, fucked everything up, and then they came back.
Yeah. I haven't watched that movie
Remember
in
that?
a long
Yeah,
time,
we're
man.
all
I forgot.
fucked. No matter what, there's no way out of this scenario.
Wasn't
Just keep fucking-
Terminator was the nuclear bombs, not EMP.
Oh, they dropped the bomb. I thought it was.
Remember, because the girl's like,
Yeah, that's right. She was burning. Yep, that's right.
Yeah,
I don't think they knew about EMPs back then when they made Terminator. The movie.
probably.
I don't know. James Cameron is pretty smart, but
Exactly.
I don't know. Cheers,
Cheers.
you guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. You go out, check it out on iTunes, Spotify, of course, for the audio stuff. Get that out there, and then like and subscribe and share this shit.
Like,
Baldy
subscribe,
and
YouTube,
The big guy.
Spotify, iTunes, all of them.
Yep.
Awesome.
Cool.
Baldy the big guy. Thanks, guys.
We will catch you all next time.
Yeah.
Cheers.